What's up guys? Today we're gonna go work on the custom door panels for Labumin, so let's do it.
So this is the panel for the Chrysler LeBaron. This is a 94, but this method could be used for any single panel that you have on any car. So you want to find the panel that you want, take it off, and start removing any extra tchotchkes that are on it, additional speaker covers, any type of screws that hold anything in. Because what we're going to do is create a mold for the fiberglass, and you don't want the fiberglass to be put on anything that might break or able to be popped off. So the next thing you do is you start taping everything. You're taping the entire surface of the panel. Do not leave anything exposed. Make sure you cover every single inch of the panel. And make sure that you're covering all the edges as well. The most important part about doing this is the preparation of actually starting it. So this is one of the most important parts. So the next step is you want to border and draw the outline of the entire piece that you're creating. So grab a Sharpie and go around the entire edge. And the reason why you're going to do this is because after you put on the resin with the fiberglass mat, this black will stand out and you'll be able to know exactly where to cut when you need to. Sometimes the fiberglass mat goes over the edge and you need to trim it. And in order to see that trim, that border, you need to know where to cut. So we're creating that guideline. Next, this is the fiberglass mat. So you want to make sure that you have a mask on and you have gloves because this stuff burns and cuts. So you want to take your giant fiberglass mat, you're going to be cutting it into strips and sizes that you think your panel fit best. So for me, I cut it up into two sections, one pretty large section and then another bunch of very small sections. So I measured it, make sure that we're good. I cut a little bit into the mat so that I can form a little bit better and strip away what I don't need. And you want to put a lot on here. So first you want to make sure that you're putting a bunch of resin on the actual speaker panel itself so that when you put the fiberglass on top, it automatically can start sticking. Now when you start doing this, you want to put a good amount, a very heavy amount of resin on this. The more resin, the better it's going to hold, the better structure you're giving your panel. Make sure when you're doing this that you're going to get every single edge inside every little crevice and hole. You want to make sure you're covering the entire thing with as much as you possibly can. So right here I start adding a couple of little smaller squares. And this is the second panel. We're going to be doing both at the same time. It's very easy. Once you do one, you can just copy it and duplicate it over. You have to make sure that you make very, very strong edges. The edges where the panel actually is connecting to the fiberglass. That fiberglass has to be very, very strong. So make sure you focus on putting a lot of fiberglass mat along the edges to make sure that it's extremely sturdy on the sides. Basically what we're doing is we're creating a backing for the panel to be created, and then we're going to cut around the backing. We'll show you in the next one, but for the next, we're going to go over framing it. So check it out.